Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're focusing on a topic that gets thrown around a lot.
Self-care.
Right, self-care. But it often feels like, I don't know, just marketing buzzwords.
Totally. Bubble baths and, face masks.
Exactly. So we wanted to move past that, past the cliches.
And ask, what does the science say about looking after ourselves?
Yeah. How do we build something that actually works, improves our health?
Without just adding another big chore to our already packed lives.
That's the key, isn't it?
It is. And that's why we turn to material provided by the Berkeley Wellbeing Institute.
Okay.
They offer a really structured scientific way to think about improving or restoring health.
So our mission today
Is to take all that research and distill it,
make it usable.
Yeah, into a clear, actionable plan for you, the listener. Something that respects your time, but gives you real tools for, well, all parts of your well-being.
All right, let's start unpacking that. Where do we begin? Maybe the definition itself.
Good idea. Because self-care isn't really just treat yourself, is it?
No. Scientifically, it's more specific. I think it was Levin and Idler back in '83.
That's the foundational work, yeah.
They defined it as activities individuals do to improve or restore their own health.
And the history behind that is interesting, too. It came from this idea of self-reliance and the belief that, maybe we can prevent ill health from happening in the first place.
So it's primarily preventative.
Generally, yes. Its main job isn't curing something major. It's designed as a preventative tool, like maintenance.
Before things break down.
Exactly. And the research backs this up again and again. Consistent self-care positively impacts almost every health outcome. It builds resilience.
Okay, so if it's about holistic maintenance, you can't just focus on one thing, sleep or exercise alone.
Right. That's where you miss the bigger picture. Which leads us to the self-care wheel.
The blueprint from the sources.
Yeah. It's a way to look at self-care holistically.
So you don't miss important pieces.
Precisely. If you only focus on, say, the physical, just the gym, you're ignoring 5 other key areas.
And that leads to problems elsewhere.
Burnout, stress, imbalance. The wheel breaks it down into 6 essential parts.
Okay, what are they?
Physical, psychological, emotional, spiritual, personal, and professional.
Wow, professional and spiritual are in there too. That really broadens it.
It does. Makes you think about things like professional boundaries. That's self-care, too.
Or setting aside time for hobbies, maybe.
Yeah.
That's personal.
Exactly. Or managing work stress. That's professional. It forces you to see the whole system.
Okay, that framework makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So now we have the structure.
Let's get into some specifics. Section 2. 5 concrete, science-backed ideas.
Things people can actually do.
Yes. Let's start with number 1. Get outdoors.
Simple, but effective.
Very. Research, like the SOGA study in 2017, shows even small amounts of daily nature contact. It helps reduce anxiety, depression.
And boosts overall health.
There's something physiological happening there.
It's not just looking at nice scenery.
No, it's the sunlight for your body clock, the fresh air, even microbes in the soil and the scent from trees.
Really? The smell of trees.
Yeah, they release compounds called phytoncides. They actually have positive effects on our immune system. Your body literally responds better.
Fascinating. Okay, idea 2 gets really interesting. Listening to soothing music.
We kind of know this intuitively, right? Relaxing music helps.
Lowers cortisol, the stress hormone.
Yeah. But the sources went further into specific sounds.
Like what?
Well, beyond just general relaxing music, if you need help with focus, specifically psychological self-care, they suggest trying binaural beats.
Binaural beats, I've heard of those. That's the 2 different tones thing.
Exactly. 2 slightly different frequencies, 1 in each ear through headphones. Garcia Argebay's research suggested it might help improve concentration.
How would someone actually use that? Does it feel weird?
It's pretty easy now with apps. The key is using it intentionally, maybe when you need to transition into deep work.
Or transition out of stress, like a 5-minute reset.
Perfect. Best when you can sit or lie down, minimize other distractions. It's a direct tool for the psychological part of the wheel.
Okay, number 3, practicing deep breathing. This one feels almost too simple sometimes.
I know, but the mechanism is legit. It's all about your nervous system.
Right, the autonomic nervous system.
Deep, slow breathing flips the switch. It activates the parasympathetic system.
The rest and digest.
Yep, and dials down the sympathetic fight or flight.
Is there a specific technique recommended?
The classic box breathing is great. Super simple. Inhale for 4 seconds.
Hold for 4.
Exhale for 4.
Hold for 4 again.
That's it. Repeat.
How long do you need to do it for it to work?
Honestly, just a few rounds. Like a minute of it can noticeably shift how you feel physiologically.
Wow. 0 cost, no equipment needed.
Exactly. Quickest way to hit the emotional and physical segments.
All right. Idea 4 is a big one for me. Happiness is a skill.
Yes. This is a major mindset shift.
We usually think of happiness as something that just happens to us based on circumstances.
Right. But the sources frame it like learning. A lot of our long-term happiness isn't luck.
It's internal.
It's our thoughts, how we manage emotions, our intentional actions. So happiness can be learned, practiced.
Like playing guitar or learning French?
Kind of, yeah.
So if it's a skill, practicing gratitude, how is that different from just saying thanks?
It's the intention and the structure. Saying thanks is polite, it's nice.
But practicing gratitude is active.
Yes. It's deliberately focusing on specifics each day. Maybe journaling about them or really savoring a good moment.
Mentally logging it.
Exactly. That active process actually starts to rewire your brain towards, well, seeing the good, towards optimism.
Building those mental muscles.
Got it.
Okay, and the last one, number 5. Trying mindfulness meditation. We hear about this all the time.
We do. And its core value often gets lost. It's not about stopping your thoughts.
Right, it's about noticing them.
Noticing them, your feelings, what's around you, but without judgment.
The non-judgment part is key.
It's huge. It's psychological self-care because you learn to observe your mind without reacting instantly or criticizing yourself. It just soothes things.
By accepting what's there.
Precisely.
Okay, so we have the wheel structure, 5 solid ideas, but that leads to the big question. Why do people get frustrated? Why doesn't daily meditation, for example, stick for everyone?
That takes us right into section 3, the mindset shift. And it really boils down to making it personal.
Tip number 1.
Try out different activities. Seriously. There's so much pressure to do what's popular, right?
Like intense yoga or those super early morning routines.
Exactly. But they just don't work for everyone. And if you force yourself into something that doesn't fit you or your energy level...
You just get frustrated.
Yeah, and it totally defeats the purpose of self-care.
So it's like running a personal experiment, seeing what actually works for me.
Perfectly put. Which is tip number 2. Build self-awareness around your self-care.
Pay attention to how things actually make you feel.
Yes. What feels genuinely good or helpful versus what feels like you're just, checking a box.
Both right away and maybe over a few weeks.
Both short-term and long-term. Like your example.
Yeah.
Maybe you decide running every morning is your self-care.
Okay.
But after 2 weeks, you're exhausted, grumpy, dreading the alarm.
Then it's not working.
It's actively draining you. That's not the self-care you need right then.
So if you realize that, how fast should you change course?
Immediately. That self-awareness is your signal. Maybe pivot from intense running.
To something gentler.
Yeah, maybe 5 minutes of that box breathing instead.
Yeah.
Or just listening to music. The definition has to be flexible. It changes day to day.
Based on what you actually need.
And that flexibility ties right into the last mindset tip, which is maybe the most important for sticking with it.
All right.
Tip 3, be kind to yourself in the process.
Don't beat yourself up.
Exactly. The whole point is to be nice to yourself. So the practice itself can't become another stick to beat yourself with.
So if you skip a day or even a week.
It's okay. Don't judge yourself for it. Self-kindness, self-compassion. That's the fuel. If you don't have that forgiveness built in, you'll quit the first time life gets in the way.
That makes so much sense. Okay, reframing it that way helps a lot. Let's expand the toolkit now. What about specifically cultivating positive emotions? You mentioned happiness is a skill.
Right, this is powerful stuff. Research by Fredrickson showed that actively boosting positive feelings
How?
by deliberately thinking positive thoughts, practicing optimism, maybe loving kindness meditation.
Okay.
It can create this upward spiral of positivity. It doesn't just feel good. It actually improves how you think and interact with others.
What about our relationship with technology? That feels like a big one these days.
Huge. The sources definitely point to the need for, well, a digital detox sometimes.
Why is that self-care?
It's crucial psychological self-care. Research, even way back in '98 with Kraut, linked excessive internet use to more depression and loneliness.
So we need analog time.
We have to intentionally create it. Maybe it's a full day offline. Maybe it's just practicing visualization.
Visualization?
Yeah, like literally lying down, no screens, and just Vividly imagining something positive.
Yeah.
A peaceful place, achieving a goal, feeling calm.
Interesting. And you also mentioned pleasant activities, linking them to DBT.
Yes, dialectical behavior therapy. It's a well-established therapy, often for intense emotions.
And part of it is
Simply engaging in pleasant activities. It's a core skill for soothing yourself and managing distress.
so things like gardening or cooking or painting.
They aren't frivolous wastes of time. They are actual tools for emotional regulation. Validated tools.
It's good to hear. Now, if we're going to actually do these things, we probably need to plan for them, right?
Absolutely. Otherwise, they just get pushed aside.
What's a good planning strategy?
The sources highlighted self-care Sundays, dedicating a whole day or part of a day just to rest and rejuvenation.
Meaning no work stuff, no stressful chores.
Ideally, yes. Only things that nourish you. Read a book, go for a hike, get a massage, cook something you love, explore the city.
That sounds amazing, and it reinforces professional boundaries, too.
Exactly. It's professional self-care built in.
But what if a whole day feels impossible?
Then schedule smaller bits. Treat it like any other important appointment.
Block it out in the calendar.
Yeah. Put emotional maintenance or psychological recharge for 30 minutes, or use a planner or journal.
For scheduling things like what?
Maybe writing a self-compassion letter to yourself, or making a gratitude list, or exploring your values to make sure your life aligns with them.
Little online activities, too.
Sure, things like strengthening positive memory recall exercises. Lots of options.
Okay, quickly before we wrap up, let's touch on those physical tools you mentioned. Adaptogens, diffusers, how do they fit into the wheel?
They mainly support the physical and psychological segments by creating the right environment or bolstering your system.
So for the physical part,
Things like dry brushing for circulation, maybe acupressure pads for muscle tension release.
and for the psychological.
Oil diffusers are great. Using specific organic oils like lavender for calm or citrus for uplift actually changes the sensory input of your environment.
Creating a calmer space.
And then the adaptogens.
The plants that help with stress. Ashwagandha, rhodiola.
Yes. They're interesting because they help your body maintain balance, homeostasis, when it's under ongoing stress.
They support your physical resilience.
Exactly. They support the body's capacity while you're working on the mental and emotional strategies. Think of them as systemic support.
Not magic bullets.
Definitely not magic bullets. Use them carefully. Integrate them as part of the bigger picture.
Wow, okay. We covered a lot there. We went from the real definition of self-care
Activities to restore or improve health.
to the self-care wheel blueprint.
Physical, psychological, emotional, spiritual, personal, professional.
And then those 5 science-backed ideas, the mindset shifts, planning, and even physical tools.
It was a deep dive.
It really was.
But if there's one core takeaway, I think it's this. Self-care is fundamentally about building self-awareness
Knowing yourself.
and being flexible. Don't just copy someone else's routine rigidly.
Be kind to yourself.
Notice what's actually working for you right now, today, and adjust.
It's a practice, not a destination you arrive at.
Beautifully put. Continuous practice.
I really like that focus on flexibility and listening to your own body and mind. Okay, so since we learned that happiness seems to be a skill we can actually build, here's our final thought for you, the listener, to maybe mull over. Think about an existing daily activity you have. Something that maybe feels like a chore right now.
Okay. Like making coffee.
Or commuting.
Could be anything.
Yeah.
How could you slightly reframe that activity or tweak it to actively cultivate a positive emotion while you're doing it?
So turning a chore into practice.
Exactly. The challenge is to make that preventative practice feel like a skill you're developing, not just another item on the to-do list.
Making it work for you, not just something you have to do. That's the goal.